I was starting to think that Netflix might actually have a hit with this You People movie. Came out on Friday, and this was billed as their next big thing. You have Jonah Hill and Eddie Murphy, who looked pretty funny in the trailer, I got to admit. But it turns out this movie is not what they thought it was going to be. I'm looking at critical reception and audience scores for this movie. Not good. 46% for critics, 49% for audiences. My first thought was that the movie is woke, but it doesn't appear to be the case. It just looks like it's another bad rom-com, and that's what this is. It's a rom-com about two people meeting each other. So Jonah Hill is a white Jewish guy, and then the daughter is a black Muslim woman. And it's like a clash between two cultures. And I guess there's some actual spicy jokes in it. So I thought, okay, well, maybe the jokes are too offensive. Because that might get it tanked. But usually, if that happens, the audience score will skyrocket. So this is kind of bad news for Netflix. Because this means that the critics are being valid with it. If the audience scores. Because look, critics and audiences rarely line up. 46% and 49% is not a good lineup for Netflix. And they're doing bad. They're struggling. They're doing so bad that they're about to kick 100 million people off of their platform in hopes that instead of stealing the passwords like they've been doing for years, they'll actually pony up and pay for Netflix. And I wonder if that's not going to backfire in their face. Instead, they're going to just lose people that are actually watching their shit. And they'll just go pirate it now instead of paying. Which could happen. And 100 million people, that's a lot for them. So they're coming off as kind of desperate, despite having two massive hits last year, Dahmer and Wednesday. But this is just another original show, or no, a movie for them that's a failure. And they have a lot of original movies that become failures. If everything they put out is garbage, people aren't going to come back to their site. And that's a big problem with them, the churn. You know, one thing that helps with that is if they come back, they're not coming back. So Netflix is looking pretty bad. A lot of people talking about this movie, too, by the way. Got a big reaction. I saw that it was trending on Friday. Eddie Murphy's new Netflix movie, You People, sparks huge online reaction. A lot of people were talking about it, and not in a good way. And this is the problem that Netflix has right now. Nobody's really talking positive about their shit. That whole model they do where they binge is not working out good for them. Like Wednesday, for example. They dropped Wednesday all at once. They could have been at the forefront of conversations. I don't know how many. I think there's 8 or 10 episodes in that series. You could have had 10 weeks of good press for your company. But instead, they always drop their stuff all at once, and then nobody's talking about it in 2 weeks. They could have definitely used that good press for Wednesday. Now they've got You People. Instead of getting a good week of press based on this movie that's free on their website, if you're signed up, you get it with the stuff. Instead, you've got people saying shit like this. And it's not, I don't think these are review bombs. These are people that have actually watched it. Enjoyed the cinematography, but the rest was absolutely terrible. Just exhausted seeing another movie with potential go for the low-hanging fruit of race relations. It has so many opportunities to be funny, and it purposely swerved on all of them. Painful dialogue, no character development, just grueling to sit through. Terrible movie. I'm actually very surprised that such a talented cast signed up for this. It has its moments that are cute and funny, but I honestly didn't get through the whole thing. Couldn't even finish the movie. Terrible chemistry between Jonah and Lauren London. I was excited to watch this, but didn't even finish it. Eddie Murphy, F and N-bombs, why? What were they trying to say with that ridiculous hair on Jonah Hill? So many cringy moments. Just kept thinking, shut up. Fail. What makes this Jonah Hill vanity mess so unforgivable is that it had a real opportunity to expand on important dialogue. I really enjoyed it. All the casting was great, leading and supporting thought-provoking, and hella funny. So this person liked it. There you go. Like, I'm not going by stars. I'm just going through the most recent ones from 3 to 4 hours ago. Here's another one. The movie has some laughs, funny scenes. Overall, enjoyed it. And here's a very long one on someone that likes it, saying basically you need to turn off your brain. And here's another one. Amazingly shot, amazing dialogue, beautiful people, beautiful costumes. So you have some people that enjoyed it. But for the most part, the scores don't lie. People aren't very kind to it. I want to see what the critics are saying as well. I was really curious if this is going to get trashed because it doesn't go woke enough or something, because you have that with this show. And that's not what's going on here. Like, here's from RogerEbert.com, a movie that so rarely rings true, it starts to make your skin crawl. Like, here's one. The Rolling Stone one. So listen to this. The film can't figure out if it wants to be a love story or social commentary and ends up doing neither very well. You People is focused less on character or story and more of its central idea. See, the problem with this show is the reason, so it would seem that once again we have a case of both sides hating this movie. And the reason being that the woke people hate it is it doesn't go far enough. It doesn't, if it's going, so they touch on some ideas of relations in this movie, but the problem is it doesn't go far enough. And then you have the people on the other side just saying it's cringy. So it shows you the difference in how these things are actually thought about when it comes to each side. So another huge failure for Netflix. They need to really figure this out. You know, when that 100 million people that they're about to kick off get booted off of the platform, will they come back and pay? It comes off as cheap and desperate. Like you're penny pinching now that you're doing that. I don't think those people are coming back. So if you keep putting out shit like this, movies that have to touch on this woke narrative, like you could have done this movie and you could have done it right. I don't know. I thought this was going to be a good movie, and I guess it's just a turd, which is unfortunate. But stop trying. You can tell with this movie they were trying to appease the woke crowd, and it ended up firing back in their face. And, you know, Netflix has been doing that for years. And now they're in a bad place. They've lost a lot of money in their stock. They're having to penny pitch now. It's not looking good for them. So keep it up, I guess. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed, hit that notification bell. Check out my Rumble and Locals, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my Locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my Locals.